Good morning and welcome to my channel. Look, today I'm going to be talking about my invisible suitcase. You know, people sometimes call it baggage, like it's something broken, something wrong with you, but lately I've been seeing it very differently. For me, it feels more like an invisible suitcase, something I didn't even realise I'd been carrying. When I think about where it began, I don't actually picture a suitcase first. I picture our lounge room of me when I was a child. Late afternoon, light coming through the windows, Mum in the kitchen preparing dinner, us three girls just being ourselves, laughing, talking, normal, and then we hear a car coming down the road. And we just knew it was Dad. We'd all look at one another, no words, just that look, like, okay, get ready. The whole house would change, go quiet, let's be careful, small. Most nights he'd been drinking. And we were scared, all of us, poor Mum most of all. I'd never known what mood he'd be in when he came home. His dinner would be sitting in the oven for hours on end. His Mum kept it warm. Most nights he'd been drinking. And when he arrived home, we were scared, and most of all, Mum. His dinner would be sitting in the oven, keeping warm, going dry, while she waited, and when he walked in, there was always that feeling of, what is going to be tonight? What's it going to be? Who's going to be picked on? I remember sitting on the sofa trying not to move, pretending to be invisible. Like if I stayed still quiet enough, he wouldn't see me. Like I could just disappear into the cushion. Sometimes I'd work out how to sneak to my room without being noticed. Sometimes I'd freeze completely, and then later he'd knock on my door. He wouldn't come in, he'd just knock and ask over and over, are you right? Are you right? Are you right? And I'd always say yes, even when I wasn't. I didn't understand any of that back then. I just thought that's how life was. That's how families were. You stay quiet. You don't cause trouble, you keep everyone else okay. So, all those little survival tricks I learned as a child on the sofa, things that kept me safe back then, but followed me all the way into adulthood, into my work, into my relationships, into my whole life. No wonder I was tired. And that's when it hit me. Maybe this isn't baggage. Maybe it's just old responsibilities, old roles, old ways of surviving, things I needed once, but maybe don't need anymore. So now, I'm trying something different. I'm opening the suitcase gently, looking at each piece, thanking it for getting me through, and then putting some of it down. Not all at once, not perfectly, but one thing at a time. Maybe I don't have to disappear anymore. Maybe I don't have to be the invisible one. Maybe I don't have to carry everyone. Maybe I get to choose me. And for the first time in a long while, my hands feel lighter. And so does my heart. So hey guys, that's just one little story of how I managed to deal with life when I was an inner child, my inner child. And you know, there's so many stories. When I first started to do this series with the seasons of me, there's been a lot of years of healing, a lot of awareness, self-awareness, and the biggest gift I gave myself, you know, and I was just explaining this to someone the other day, because they asked me a question. They said, "Oh, Janet, you're always by yourself, and you know, I never see you with a partner." And I thought, oh, because I chose to, when I got to a certain stages of healing and that, like, I chose to journey alone. I chose to go on this walk alone, and I wanted to heal. I wanted to do it in my style. I wanted to get to know the real psychology behind it, why we do the things we do, and like, there's just so much to unpack, and it never stops. I mean, I think I'm still going to be learning things about myself when, you know, I'm in the next life. You know, it's just endless. But the thing is, I've enjoyed the journey. So what I've done is I've committed to that journey. And I do a lot of writing, a lot of self-reflection, a lot of now starting YouTube and that. So there's a lot of stories when I look at my life that have, like, it's the best life I could have ever asked for. Yes, the start was, you know, the trauma and the lessons, the patterns that I took into adulthood. But I wasn't alone, because when we look at our own patterns and when we're in a family, like, you know, mum and dad, they knew what they'd been taught. So there's really no one to blame. There's no one to blame at all. We come into the world, we learn things, we're doing the best we can with what we learned. And that's okay. And then, you know, when we are adults, well, you know, we can change if that awareness comes to us. And if that, like me, if that awareness comes, then that was why I chose to journey alone, because I wanted to really work it out and go on the journey that I am now. So I'm starting from explaining patterns, some stories of where they do come from, and, you know, like, for example, even talking about my father today, yes, he was an alcoholic, and my mother was a survivor of an alcoholic, and later on they both went and got help, and that changed their life drastically. Like, it was so good to see. And for me, I really valued that, because hey, here were two older adults. Their love had carried them through many years of marriage, but they were prepared to put themselves in a situation where they could heal and get help. And, you know, that made their marriage and everything stronger. So for me, on the outside looking in, what beautiful things they gave me to witness. I think that took a lot of courage from my father, a lot of courage from my mother, because wrapped in that healing is, you know, there would have been a lot of guilt, a lot of shame, and for them to take that on and heal, I admire them for that. And I think they've got lots of courage, and you know, this is maybe why I'm doing the same thing, because, you know, this is life. We're here. Why not, if we can do the healing thing, make life better for ourselves and create something wonderful? And I think if anything's resonated with you guys today, please, I'd love comments. You know, share your story and like and subscribe. And, you know, it's good sharing these times together. But anyway, have a fantastic day, and thank you for listening. Thank you.